Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the car I just recently picked up. This is a 2003 Ford Thunderbird. When I bought it, it has 21,000 miles when I bought it, and I haven't driven around much. So it still has 21,000, low mileage, garage kept. As you can see, the headlights ain't even yellowed. For how clean this car is for an 03, it's kind of like a new car. So this particular one is the charcoal gray. These Thunderbirds came in a few different colors to choose from. The Thunderbirds, they had different colors for each year, which is interesting, and each year they made less and less. This does have the Jaguar 3.9 liter V8, and this car did come with a hardtop when I bought it. These windows look really cool. But this car is mostly original. This car was, I guess, bought from Casa Ford in El Paso, Texas. I drove all the way to El Paso, Texas to buy this car. And I drove it all the way back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it didn't give me any issues, really. So, actually, any issues at all. One thing I noticed, it is like the old cars where the radio antenna is actually in the windshield, which I'll show you guys. So here's the interior. You got your window switches, door locks, and you got the button right there to open your trunk. This does have a power driver's side seat. The Winterfest parade lights up City Center, leading into a stunning tree lighting ceremony and magical fireworks at 6. To participate in the parade, not much wear. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has 21,000 miles on it. And there is a decent amount of leg room when you put the seat back. I'm gonna go ahead and just shut the car off for now. So we have auto headlights, which is pretty cool for 2003. You got auto headlights, or you can turn them on by yourself. You got your dimmer, and you can push the dimmer up, which will turn on your map lights. You got your map lights right here. Over here we have the stock 6 CD changer, which actually still works. The CD changer in this car actually still works, which is impressive because most of the Thunderbirds I test drove, the radio was broken. It would just say CD error. You have dual zone climate control, and on the climate control it does show the outside temperature as well as the inside temperature. We have heated seats on this particular model. Not all of them came with heated seats, but this particular one has heated seats for driver and passenger. This car has a 5-speed automatic transmission, which you can do 70 miles an hour, and the RPMs sit at about 2200 RPM. So not too bad. In here we got a small, very small storage, and I believe this is the factory ashtray, which has never been smoked in, which is cool. Yep, never been smoked in. Just shined up the seats with the chemical guys leather cleaner. So that is about enough on this side. You got your cruise control and you got your radio controls right here, which is nice to have. So coming to your trunk, we have the storage for the hard top. So when you take the hard top off, you set it down on this thing right here, this rolling cart, and you can use that to store it. I'd point it out to you, but the hood struts are worn on this, so you gotta use both hands. Right there's the parade cover, or the party top, so when you take the hard top off and you have the convertible on, that just covers the convertible top when you have it down. It's like a leather piece. This car came with a brand new AC compressor. The AC apparently stopped working on this car, and the previous owner had it looked at. They said that it needed a new compressor, but when they took it apart, it just needed O-rings. So he couldn't return that compressor, but he told me it was almost $1,000. So he just included it with the purchase. So the AC works, but it is nice to have a compressor on hand in case you ever need it. The only fault this car has is right here. Apparently the previous owner says his dog jumped on the side of the car and scratched the vehicle. So he went over it with some paint, which you could probably just wet sand and buff it, which is probably what I might do. But it looked like he tried to touch it up, but then went a little overboard. But you could, it looks like you could probably wet sand and buff that. Coming over to this side, we have our seat, which looks really nice. Not much wear on it. So inside the glove box, this car actually came with 2 of these, which I don't know if this one's factory because it doesn't have the Thunderbird logo, but this one has the Thunderbird logo. And what you do is to take off the top, you just set this in here to loosen the screws on each side. And then you got a lever right there, as well as a lever on that side, and you can remove the hard top, and you got the convertible top here, which does work. And that's about all that's in here. We got the factory owner's manual. Which looks like it hasn't been opened yet. Which is interesting. So that's about it on this side. You got a good amount of leg room here. And there's the back. You can have some storage here to store some of your groceries if needed to be. Coming under the hood, we have the 3.9 liter Jaguar engine. I'm not sure if this car has a Jaguar transmission or a Ford transmission. You guys can comment down below and let me know. But it seems to shift fine. This puts out 280 horsepower and I believe 287 foot-pounds of torque, which may not sound like a lot of horsepower, but for back in the day, that was pretty decent horsepower. And you got to remember, this is a very light car, so you don't really need a big engine to get this car moving because it is a light car. Anyway, that's going to be the quick review of my new Thunderbird that I just picked up. I got this thing for $10,600, which I thought was a really good deal since this car had 21,000 miles on it and it was garage kept. I mean, you look at the plastics and even the plastics are still, they got a dark black to them still, and they haven't been shined up. But anyway, yeah, I looked at other Thunderbirds, and for the price I paid for this, Thunderbirds with over 100,000 miles, 80,000 to 100,000 miles were selling for $10,600. So that is why I traveled to Texas to go pick this one up, because it was a pretty good deal. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching, and if any of you guys would like me to do a review on this car again, I'll do a review on it, and maybe I can have some help to remove the hard top. Anyway, thanks for watching.